Welcome to Love from Music City Girl Sessions. Encouraging, joyful, inspiring, giving you a voice. Now we're inviting you to make a difference. Join our conversation. Today's Girl Session starts now.
Welcome everyone to Love from Music City Live, #Girl Sessions. We are so glad that you are joining us today. It's a beautiful day right here in Music City, and I have some beautiful women with me today. I am Crystal Brown.
I am Shanda Tripp.
I'm
and
Brenda Scott.
Brenda Scott. We're glad to have you today, Brenda.
We are so glad that you are here. Guys, we have a great show for you today, and Brenda is part of that great show. Her and her husband, Mike, are going to be with us today. We are keeping him off camera because we don't want to get the ladies too hot just yet. Right. So we want to invite you to share this video.
It's going to be a great day.
Yeah, call somebody, text somebody, say, hey, you're going to want to watch the show today. It's going to be a good one.
We're going to be talking about marriages and music. And
masks.
masks. So there you go.
It's an M kind of day.
Yeah.
I want to go. All right. Well, what did we, let me see, we're giving away something from last week?
We are. You know, here at Love from Music City, we love to give things away. And, you know, part of what we do is we raise money just to give away.
Just to give it away. We, every single day, are taking care of children around the world. We have orphanages in Haiti. We do a large work in Middle Tennessee with foster care children, which Brenda cares a lot about that.
My heart.
And so we've actually been in meetings this week with our government officials here in Middle Tennessee to even do more. Yes. And there's a great work to be done, but we need your help. And if you would like to be involved in what we're doing, you can always go to lovefrommusiccity.org. And we're so glad to have Mike Scott here today. He's a big part of the country music community here in Middle Tennessee, and actually his bio is amazing. He's known around the world, but it's just a picture of the great community we have in Middle Tennessee that come together to help the needs of this area. So we invite you to be a part. We invite you to enjoy the show today. But one of the, we raise money to give, and then every week we give a gift. So
we do. Last week we had a special guest on that talked to us about organizing, getting your life organized.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
A little convicting, I'll have to say.
Yeah, just a little bit. And someone this week is going to have a chance to win a virtual session with her, and that person is Stacy May. Stacy, you won.
Stacy May.
So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you inbox us. If you know Stacy, tag her in this video in case she's not watching today, that she can
get her junk organized.
Yeah, absolutely. And
so how do you enter to win? Does anybody know?
We like our page, like the Love from Music City Facebook page, and also we will need you to share this video. That's very important. And if you
like and share.
And if you want to add a #Girl Sessions, it won't hurt.
Right. There you go. And you can do it multiple times. So,
absolutely.
And especially even you can go back after you watch the show if you enjoyed it and you know someone who needs to see the information on here. Go back, like, and share, and you've entered to win. All right.
And we're giving something away this week. I think Brenda has a little bit to do with that.
I think Brenda knows about...
My husband's, one of his CDs, there'll be 2 CDs, and one is titled Take Me, Lord, and Use Me. Actually, we wrote that song together.
Oh, really?
And on the recording, I was going to sing with him, and I got bumped by Vince Gill. But, but that's okay.
I almost was about to feel sorry for you, but then okay, I would probably have done the same thing.
It's a great thing. It's a blessed recording. And but anyway, great performers on his. Here is Vince Gill, Ricky Skaggs, Sonia Isaacs, Rhonda Vincent, many more.
That's
the
awesome.
other one is Bluegrass Sunday. And it is all instrumental, and it's beautiful hymns with some of Nashville's greatest musicians. So.
It's hard to find a good hymn record.
Yeah.
That's
beautiful.
all instrumental.
It is beautiful. Of course, I'm a little prejudiced.
I bet you are.
So we will get him to sign these for you if you would like, and we will, not if you like, because we're going to tell you who wins, right?
That's right, next week.
We'll get him to sign them, and so like and share. So why don't we talk just a minute about your amazing... it's more than a facility, but what do you call it? Your mansion, your
Well, actually, it is an old historical property my husband and I bought, And then when we decided that we would like to be entrepreneurs and have a business that we both work on together and build, we changed it into a wedding and events venue. So
A wedding and events
yeah,
venue. There you
yeah.
go.
So we're in the hospitality business. So
That is,
have
and
that
that is
in
where
this
we had our
music.
gala.
Yes, it
This
is.
last
It
year.
is. And we're going to talk about that here in
Yeah.
a little bit. But
loved it.
before we go into our first segment, our off the record segment, go ahead and, like I said, like and share this video. Go so you can enter to win, because these CDs, guys, I'm telling you, these are great. And are these on YouTube, on iTunes and downloadable and all of that?
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere, so you can
So-
get this everywhere. But to have a signed copy from the artist, you can only get that here.
That's
so
right. There you go.
like and share this video.
And your mom is watching.
My mom is watching.
We
Okay.
got some other friends watching here, so you can take this opportunity to share and like, so you can win. And then we're gonna go to our off the record
No.
here.
Just talk.
We are in just a few minutes, and our being off the record, here in Music City, at the studio, we a lot of times, in the recording session, they'll be like, okay, well, this isn't going to be on the record, and they'll do like all these little playing the funny music, and they'll play all, the clown. It's kind of like clown music, is what I call it.
Or whatever.
It sounds like clown music. They'll just like start
One
doing
starts
this wild
playing
stuff.
something and everyone else starts playing.
They all know all the songs, and and I'm like, this isn't going on the record. The first time I ever heard them, oh no, this is off the record. I'm like, oh, okay. So what we're doing here with our off the record, we want to talk about things that are going on in our world, things that maybe you want to hear about, you want to talk about, and we
Your
want
opinion.
you to join the conversation.
Yeah.
Make sure you're following us on Facebook or on our Facebook page, because there's where we're going to ask you questions, and we're going to actually read some of the responses today.
Yeah. Thank you for those of you who's already responded. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, with no
think
further
we're
ado,
ready.
I think we're ready to go on to our segment.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well, we're going to talk about masks
Yes,
today.
yes, we
And
are.
can I say we have already come
don't like
under a lot of fire regarding masks,
should've brought
because
my
it's
mask.
kind of like, yeah, we should have. I have a funny one. Do you have a funny mask?
Oh, I have several.
Yeah.
My monkeys, they're my favorite. So.
Oh, a monkey
My
one.
thing is, my mask will be so dirty that it is like such a joke. Like, really, this thing is stopping any kind of disease, and it's like, it looks dirty. It looks like it would have been better if I would put a sock on. You know what I mean? A dirty sock on my face.
It looks like a dirty sock.
Yeah.
It
You
really
know,
does.
I disliked it a lot more back in July and August.
yeah.
But I get cold easily, so
I know,
a mask
I know.
isn't so. I mean, look here.
Yeah.
I like these.
Oh, yeah.
I was
You
coming
said
to a
that
place yesterday and we
Yeah.
had it on. I'm like, you know what? It keeps your face warm. So that's one thing. But I think it comes down to just our freedom, basically.
Well, it
I mean,
does, and people are getting carried away with it.
See
I
if
mean, I see
anybody- yeah.
dogs with masks on. I'm like, what? In
Really?
the
You have
world?
personally
I
seen a
have personally
dog?
seen a dog
Have you
with
seen a
mask
dog?
on.
I haven't. I have not seen a dog with a mask.
I have seen a dog with the mask on. I've seen a little bitty baby with the mask on, and I just don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I understand, you care about your pet, definitely care about your child, hopefully.
Right.
But where do we stop? And where are all these masks going to end up? I see you will go to the grocery store, they're on the ground.
Right.
They're in our sewerways and all these different things. Seen them on the beach. I'm like, who wears a mask
Right.
to the beach?
So what was our questions that you put up online? And
Oh yeah, we. How do you think the long-term effect of the mask will have on our environment? Then, do you wear a mask when you're in the car by yourself? I don't.
I think that's funny.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't see. I see a lot of people.
Are you protecting
Yeah.
yourself from yourself?
Right.
I know.
exactly.
So what's the point
Yeah.
in that? And then the other one is, do you think small children should wear a mask? Should we put a mask on our pets? And how far do you think they will take mask wearing? Will they get larger, bulkier, covering your ears, your nose, and your mouth?
Right.
And your head? Because and in some countries, all you see is this.
Yeah. Their eyes.
Yeah.
So what is your opinion, if you want to say it
Off
off
the
the
record.
record?
Oh, wow. Well, when I think about it, masks have been used by doctors for many years.
Right.
And when you think about the mask, The purpose of it, and the doctors using it, is to keep droplets or fluids from going into a wound,
Right.
or a wound spitting fluid into the face
up
of
in
the
your
doctor.
face. Yeah.
So I think, and I'm not, really set hard one way
Either
or
way.
the other, but something I think that has disturbed people so much is the fact that there's so many inconsistencies
Right.
with it.
There you go.
And I think that's what's fueled a
Yes.
lot of
Frustrating.
people. Yeah, it is. It's very frustrating because, supposedly, you need it, then you don't. But,
That's
we're
right.
seeing that so much in so many ways. And, my thoughts are, oh my, the only thing consistent is God.
Yes.
Isn't that the truth? He's the only thing that
Yes.
doesn't change.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
exactly right. Well, my grievance,
Your
if that's
grievance?
a word, grievance with it is you have people out here so pro-abortion that say, my body, my choice. That's their famous thing, my body, my choice.
Yeah.
But yet when it comes to a mask, now all of a sudden my body is no longer my choice. So I'm like, pick a side. That it's either, because for the first time I feel like what I'm doing with my body is your health. So I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be concerned about your health with my body. Well, my thing is, it's my body, so if I want to smoke, right? If I
Right.
want to drink, if I want to eat ho-hos, that's
all
more
day
in the
long.
ballgame of what I would do. My body, my choice, right? Yeah. But yeah, this whole thing of it's my responsibility to keep everyone else safe, that's where I struggle. That's a hard sell for me because I don't think it's my responsibility to
now-
keep everyone else safe.
And it's not, and you can't. And you really can't. But I do understand being kind and courteous
Yes.
and thinking of others. And that is one of my main reasons why I don't fight too hard to wear my mask into the grocery store. Because there are people who have to be out, they have to work, they have to leave their home, and their health is compromised. So I personally have not had COVID-19. I've been around lots of people who have had it. I've
commenting
never
on
gotten
this.
it, and so I don't know. I'm just a very healthy person, but I could have
Not
the
that you hate to
germ
brag. Yeah.
and pass it along to
So
someone.
are
who
y'all
doesn't
wearing
have it.
masks out there? We got someone from West Virginia she just watching. We got so tell us if you're I see some people on here that I know you don't like to wear masks. Are you gonna say
And
it?
this is my makeup up. I will tell you that.
Yeah. Don't you hate that?
Oh my gosh! One time, y'all, or you're gonna laugh at this because I put the mask on. This was for our Christmas party, and in Christmas you want to wear red
Yeah.
lipstick.
No, we're seeing
Jesus help me. So I put it on, and I bought this kind that's supposed to stay. No, I won't tell you the brand because I don't want to
Yeah.
get sued. But I put my mask on and I pulled it down because I couldn't breathe. It was kind of getting stuffy. And I had lipstick all
everywhere.
over my face. And our sweet little security guard said, ma'am, you might want to go to the restroom and wipe that off. You got makeup all over your face. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. But anyway, so that's another reason I
It's
don't wear
just,
masks.
to me, it just goes back to our freedoms. That's all. It's
I
like,
think we should always be concerned about that
Yeah.
kind of thing. If
Yeah.
they're, we feel like we're being controlled
exactly.
in any way. But too, I have a elderly mother-in-law. She's 88 years old.
Oh,
Mike's
wow.
mama. She's precious. And quite honestly, I'm relieved when she has people coming into her home and they are wearing masks. Because even if it may not be protecting them because it's dirty,
Right.
whatever it might
Right.
be,
Right.
then if they're, it could be helping her
Right.
and preventing her from getting.
Yeah.
Well, I know they are already saying that the flu count is down because of wearing
Yeah.
masks, because the flu is definitely highly contagious through droplets and things like that.
Well, if I am in a small space, or know we're going to be close together, and
Yeah.
it's and someone else may be impaired, or by all means, and I wear them if I have to wear them. But if you're in a large space, if on even the grocery store, if I'm not close to anyone, I don't see the point. I really don't.
Yeah, that is
I just
true.
think it's control.
Yeah,
And
if you can maintain 6 feet.
and if we give up this much freedom this quickly, then
Yeah.
what else might be tomorrow is my concern, and we all know how it's affected our businesses and all. But I'll just end with, I love masks though on food service workers. I'll just say,
Yes,
when I see a cook, like doing this number, he's got on a mask, I'm like, you know what, that's an improvement. I like that.
Right. Well, I tell you what's going to be an improvement for us is having a man on the show today. And this is your husband, the amazingly talented Mike Scott. What all has he played on? Who all has he played for? I know he's been on the Grand Ole Opry many times. He's played with, of course, you said Vince Gill and.
Yes, actually, he started playing when he was very young. I believe maybe even 8 or 9 years old.
Wow!
So he has a long career.
time.
So he was already doing the music when we met, and so he
got your musician.
he had already established
We understand.
that. And quite honestly, he plays several instruments. His primary instrument is the banjo. And I remember telling my little sister that I think I'm really liking this guy, and she was asking me some questions, and I said, he plays a musician. She said, well, what does he play? I said, well, he plays a banjo. And she freaked out. I think that might have been the first time I heard the joke that, what's the difference between a large pizza and a banjo player is a large pizza can feed a family of 4.
Oh, I never heard that.
That's good. Okay.
So
he has done exceptionally well, and I'm so proud of him.
So, ladies, won't you give Mike some hearts as we welcome him?
Please give us some virtual love.
Bring me in here.
On that note.
Oh my goodness. Well, I couldn't wait to bust this party.
We are so glad to have you here, Mike.
Oh,
so, were you... was your family a band or
no?
Parents
Actually,
in music or?
No, actually not. My uncles played back when I don't even remember them, but I knew they played. Both my grandfathers played old time banjo. So my great grandmother, born during the Civil War, played the old frailing style banjo. So I think it eventually had to come out in somebody. So here I am.
There you go.
So
And don't
48
you
years.
have quite a career in other countries too? I'm pretty sure my husband's told me that. You go on tour?
I do. I've been very blessed. Toured, I came to Grand Ole Opry full time in 1983 with Jim and Jesse and the Virginia Boys, and they were workhorses, the 280 shows, 280 shows a year. So we went to South Africa, 3 countries, South Africa, the Wembley tours, London, Belfast, Vienna, Austria.
Was that married?
That was pretty. And so I was traveling.
I have been able to go to Israel and tour with him, and Ireland and different places like that.
How fun.
So I ended up, I make it brief here, but every state, United States, like I say, over probably 450 Grand Ole Opry shows. All the Nashville network, TNM was going on at that time.
Yeah.
So we did all that, Ralph Emery.
And now you can add Love for Music City. Girl sessions.
Yes. So three tours of Israel, so it just kept,
Well, do you play the banjo primarily, or do you and sing? Is that what you're doing?
I do. In this particular project we was talking about earlier, I played guitar and banjo on it, produced it, and I brought in just a bunch of my friends kind of on that. But yeah, mainly banjo and guitar. Banjo's
So are
been
you
primary.
bluegrass? Is that
Bluegrass, big heavy bluegrass. I had a job when I was 15 with Bill Monroe and Jim and Jesse.
Really?
Went ahead and finished high school. So and then I couldn't even drive. So my mom and dad basically said, finish school, or do what you want to, and then if you want to go to college. So I chose music, and God has blessed me so much.
Well, that is awesome. Well, I love Mike and Brenda. I've known them for quite a while now. How long have you guys been married? We're going to be talking about marriage today. These two have a phenomenal testimony and marriage, and I look up to y'all so much.
That means
so much. And I'll never forget you speaking at an event one time, talking about being a wife. And I will keep our inside joke to ourselves, but it was so great, and I fell in love with her after that. So how long have you been married? And you said you met him after all of that.
Well, first of all, I do want to say we're so honored to be here with you all today.
Oh, well, we're glad to have you.
Shanda,
Appreciate it.
Rob for so long, and Crystal and Johnny, and good people. I mean, these are, we just really believe in what you're doing, love what you're doing with this, and foster children, and have a wonderful church here as well. But we are in our 26th year of marriage. Yes, God is good. And actually, during this 26 years, we have what we were going to just talk a little bit about is the we were able to build 2 businesses, very successful businesses. One we talked about earlier. It's our wedding and
the Grand
events
Inheritance.
venue.
The Grand Inheritance.
And anyway, in hospitality, and then in music, and then of course, like so many people have experienced, we're just stricken very harshly with the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I wish this was time that we were saying, it's kind of a testimony, but it isn't. We're in the test now as we
Yes.
speak.
With your businesses,
Again,
yeah.
as so many people
Yeah,
are.
it's true.
And it's kind of, the feeling of, when you're in the a den of lions, you keep praising.
That's
You're in the
right.
fiery furnace. We're praising. So we're there even as we speak because with what we do in the hospitality, of course, music shut down. But what we do in the hospitality is life events, and these aren't things.
true.
If things get a little better, then let's all get together for a wedding on Friday.
That's right.
Or
Yeah, you're right.
an anniversary or a class reunion or something like that. It's all planned, a year or so ahead.
Yeah.
So this has been, really
Right.
tough where we got to experience just in the, 2019 was the biggest year we had in both the music and the venue business. And so it was constantly, we were just enjoying it,
Boom,
rocking,
boom. Yeah.
and we were always saying, add this to your calendar. So-and-so just booked this. Or he said, now we, add this to your calendar because we
Yeah.
booked this in music. And so we went from that to it turning completely around to where so-and-so canceled.
Yeah.
And then, okay, this event, this music thing canceled. And so it was all cancellations. And they've rescheduled, and now they canceled. So, we've really experienced that with so many other people.
Which is
Yeah.
where so many people
Yeah.
are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And I was going to say, I want to ask you because from a man's point of view, because there's a lot of women out there who are watching who their husbands have lost their jobs. They've,
Very true.
not been able to provide like they had in years past. How have you, in your marriage, how have you reassured her and how have y'all worked together? Is there like something that you would say to a woman out there watching that how she could encourage her husband in a marriage?
And it's like Brenda said, right out the chute, I had 30 shows in March, cancel like that, and teaching colleges, banjo instruction, like I say, Opry stuff, and 3-week tour to Ireland, all that changed.
Yeah.
But, and the thing is had it not been for the support and the love that we do have and understanding, Brenda being from a musical family as well, so when we got married, she kind of understood that. And a lot of times I have people ask me, why I don't play music, or I don't understand. My husband does, and I support him, or my wife does, and I support her. And that's always great. Even with that, with her even coming in and understanding, there still has to be a happy balance in what makes sense.
Yep.
If it takes me going out, trying to find something else other than music.
Yeah.
You mean musicians can work different jobs?
Oh, certainly. I've done several, and I don't care to say that. In between touring and
yes,
traveling,
Yeah.
I don't do the 200 plus dates now, and not many people do,
Right.
especially now. But even at that, if I do 50 to 60 good dates a year, I've always had something to fall back on. That's something I give my dad credit for that. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
That's right.
Learn
Good
another
advice.
trade.
Isn't
So
that
I
the
did.
truth?
I did remodeling. I did historical restoration and a lot of stuff here locally. So I'd work 3-4 days, 8-10 hours a day, take off and play music weekends.
That's great.
So with having that,
She used to work, huh?
Yeah.
yeah, my dad worked. So I was on a farm. We had cattle, and so very,
Yeah.
so it's a rootsy thing that I carried with me. And
Work.
not afraid to work.
And I
whatever
think-
it takes.
Yeah, I think too is us having a mission for our life, not just our professions or anything, but it's for all aspects of our marriage, and that our mission is commitment to our faith,
Yeah.
commitment to our marriage, and our family.
There
Yes.
you go.
And it doesn't change,
That's
whether
right.
it's a
You're making a lot of
whatever.
money or no money.
Exactly.
It doesn't change. That's
And
right.
it's been a beautiful thing that I'll say quite honestly, when it first happened, it was kind of like, woo, it was an unplanned break. And
Oh, yeah.
because we
Yeah,
kind of
they
felt
worked so
like,
hard, yeah.
we'd been working very
Yeah.
hard.
And together. I'll
yeah,
add that.
together.
And we're together pretty
And
much
so,
all the time.
it was kind of, we thought it, might be
Nice.
just a little while, and it's kind of, this is
But then it
and
lasted
it-
longer than you
yeah.
thought, right? Oh, I
It's like,
know,
oh
yeah.
Lord, help us.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So, with that, being able to, first of all, with our mission being,
Yeah.
and in that order, being
Intentional,
our
yeah.
faith, our marriage, our family,
Yeah.
we first lean into God.
Amen.
and during this
Yes.
time, and then secondly, to each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
My mom used to say, everybody's got to be in the same boat, rowing the same way.
Yes.
And
That's
if we
good.
lean in together,
There
we
you
can
go.
make it. And
Yes.
that philosophy works in a lot of ways.
It does.
And
Absolutely.
clearly, you lean into each other,
Yes,
right? That's basically
yes,
what you're
yes.
saying. Well, Mike, you're going to have to grab your banjo if we're going to squeeze it in because the time is flying by.
You betcha.
So, y'all, banjo, banjo,
Yes.
banjo,
All right,
banjo.
hold your banjo jokes.
Okay.
This,
I don't
it has-
have any banjo jokes.
It has taken me around the world, and I'm excited. But
Well,
the
that is
fun
awesome.
part too, I got to say this real quick.
Yeah.
In ministry, people say, "Well, how can you use an instrument? No matter what instrument it is, you can.
Right.
God will use you
Oh, no
in any
doubt,
aspect of it."
yes.
And I love people. They don't call me
People person.
Smiling Scott for nothing. Bill Monroe
Smiling
nicknamed me
Scott.
that years
Really?
I
ago.
love it.
Because banjo players, you usually see them, they don't smile. So anyway, and you're a
Or
fellow
I did
banjo.
not know that.
Wait a minute, you're a fellow banjo buddy, I think. Here, if I'm not mistaken.
Banjo. Oh, like because we have it on our opening. Yeah, I did say it, banjo. Yeah.
But actually, this is a Louis Armstrong song.
It is, and and this is Black History Month.
Oh,
It
that's
is.
right. Yeah.
So anyway, I started incorporating this in my shows, and it is an old big band tune, and it is one entitled "When You're Smiling."
All right.
So anyway, here we go.
Here we go. All right, y'all. Give us some hearts and some likes here. Share this show. You don't get any more love from Music City right there.
No,
do you?
you
That's as
don't.
real as it gets. Well, y'all, we are so glad that you joined us today. Like, share, comment, so you can win this CD. That is
Yes.
all for today. We love you. Go to loveformusiccity.org. Bye-bye.
Yes. Bye, y'all.
Thank you for being a part of today's Girl Session. You can always find us online at lovefrommusiccity.org. Connect or donate to make a difference in a child's life. Thanks to our amazing sponsors, JB Music, Patriot Angels, Family Room Studios, beachormountainsvacay.com. If you would like more information about our sponsors or how to become a sponsor for our local prize giveaway, contact us today. Get your business promoted through partnership. Help us show love from Music City.